in this video I'm going to start with agriculture. So this section, in this introductory section, I'm going to bring in various issues and sectors together. What I mean by issues and sectors, there is an issue of food security, there is an issue of hunger, there is an issue of malnutrition. Now we will bring this food security issue, your hunger and malnutrition. I will connect it with a sector known as agriculture. So agriculture would be studied not just from the point of view of output, that how much output is there in agriculture, but the social and political reality of the country. That would be the context. Agricultural context would be social and economic reality of the country. Okay? So we will look at the milestone in agriculture. First I will be talking about what is unique about agriculture. बहुत सारी चीजें unique है agriculture in India में. वो unique क्या है? I will talk about the structure. I will talk about the policy regime that is there for agriculture in India. I will talk about agriculture's importance in terms of, let's say, welfare of the nation at large, because 48% people, if you look at the data, 48% people derive their livelihood from agriculture. ठीक है? So agriculture and rural development, अब देखो, agriculture and rural development go hand in hand. तो इसको भी कनेक्ट करके आपको देखना है. ठीक है? अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, अभी यही फूड सिक्योरिटी है, यहीं से आ जाता है फूड मैनेजमेंट. नाउ फूड मैनेजमेंट इज अबाउट there are many things in your food management. Food management includes your ensuring that there is proper food procurement. Before food procurement, there is enough food production, then procurement, then your payment. Then there is an institutional mechanism. FCI is there, Food Corporation of India is there. ये क्या है? ये institutional mechanism है. So some institutions are there to implement the vision of the government related to food management. I will be talking about what is the role of center, what is the role of state, what law is there, how the fair price system works. Not how you go and purchase food grain from the ration card. That is not the agenda of this this set of lectures. But the agenda is the chain, the supply chain, the logistics chain from farm to the fair price shop. This story I will explain. You don't have to refer any book, and you can, but you will not find it in a book. वो भी बात है, बहुत सारा सर्च करोगे 3 घंटे में समझ में आएगा, मैं इधर समझा देगा 1 घंटे में. These are the things that we are going to talk about. Milestones की बात करें तो milestone है ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन है. ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन इज देयर. लैंड रिफॉर्म्स एग्रीकल्चर का बहुत बड़ा पार्ट है, राइट? बट when I complete this section, it does not mean that everything related to agriculture is over. There would be cross-sectional analysis later on. Cross-sectional analysis is WTO and its impact on agriculture. ये मैं तभी बात करूंगा जब मैं आपको पहले WTO पढ़ा चुका हूंगा, राइट? ये एक प्रोसेस है, ये प्रोसेस मैं समझता हूं, धीरे धीरे आप भी समझ जाएंगे. ठीक है? बी ए पार्ट ऑफ द प्रोसेस. अच्छा, चलते हैं, बढ़ते हैं आगे. आगे बढ़ने के लिए पहले जानो एग्रीकल्चर क्या है. व्हाट इज एग्रीकल्चर? हिस्टोरी ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर. बोला सर एग्रीकल्चर को डिफाइन थोड़ी किया जाता है, तो हमें पता है क्या है एग्रीकल्चर. जब गांव में लोग जाते हैं खेत में और कुछ करके वापस आ जाते हैं, दैट इज योर एग्रीकल्चर. Agriculture is when same land as a resource, same land is being used again and again for the production of edibles and cash crops. That is your agriculture. Other way, that agriculture is the predominant source of livelihood for rural areas. तो रूरल का डेफिनेशन ही एग्रीकल्चर से निकलता है, राइट? रूरल एंड अर्बन का डिफरेंस इज एग्रीकल्चर. What is unique about agriculture is, number one, agriculture in India is almost completely private. Agriculture is private. We talk about industrial policy resolution. Industry is owned by the government. बहुत सारी industry is owned by the government है. अभी देखा हमने महारत्ना, मिनरत्ना, नवरत्ना, these are owned by the government. कभी सुना है agriculture land is owned by the government? So agriculture is completely private. And these are small land holdings. So India में जो है बहुत small land holding है. This is completely private. इसलिए जो लोग कहता है ना कि private sector, simple private sector, private ownership of something can unleash, you see, a lot of benefits, वहां थोड़ा challenge होता है. Number one, it is completely private. Number two, earlier it was completely subsistence based. Subsistence based agriculture होता है. Subsistence based agriculture means whatever is being produced, this production is only for consumption, not for market. Earlier I say, not for market, not for market. If you are producing, if you are having, if you are into cultivation for the purpose of selling it, then that is your role of market. That is not subsistence. So the need was to bring Indian agriculture out of this subsistence level, and we have made a lot of progress, especially after the Green Revolution, especially in some of the states that we will see in the chapter known as Green Revolution. What else? एक यूनिक बात बताता हूं. Farmer, it means those who are in agriculture, they are neither in the position of strength in the purchasing market nor in the position of strength in terms of selling. कैसे समझेगा इसको? ना तो बाइंग में इन लोगों के पास नेगोशिएटिंग पावर होता है, ना सेलिंग में नेगोशिएटिंग पावर होता है. हाउ? फार्मर्स परचेज, लेट्स से एग्रीकल्चरल इनपुट. क्या करता है? एग्री इनपुट. लेट्स से फर्टिलाइजर खरीदता है. लेट्स से सीड्स परचेज करता है. They are not in a position to negotiate here. They take it, whatever prices are being quoted to them. They have to pay it because they are not in a position. Very small, your farmers, small land holding is there, and farmer who are relatively weak in terms of your market forces. In terms of selling, they have no choice but to sell at the price dictated by the purchaser. So यहां पे भी ये प्राइस डिक्टेट करता है सेल करने वाला, यहां पे बाई करने वाला, those who are buying. So if in terms of selling also, if they sell their produce, they have to produce at a dictated price. जो भी dictated price होती है, dictated price पे they have to sell. Dictated price पे selling happens. ठीक है? He is in no position to negotiate. ये एक यूनिक चीज है. नंबर 4, no new special demand can be created for agricultural product. So aggregate, in terms of aggregate demand, agricultural product demand, agricultural products produce demand does not spike suddenly. ये जो स्पाइक जो है, does not spike suddenly, कभी नहीं होता है. नया मार्केट में प्रोडक्ट आएगा, let's say food grain, let's say millet is being used and gram is being used. If people start using more grams, then millet demand would go down. बात ये है. It's not like smartphone. You look at the story of smartphone. Industrial product में ऐसा फायदा है कि in industry you come up with any product because you don't have to eat, you have to just purchase and keep it somewhere. So industrial products demand can be significantly higher at any point in time. That is the beauty of industry. Whatever you produce can be demanded in the market and can be sold. But whatever you produce in agriculture, there is a limit in the market because ultimately it would not be consumed. बात समझे? तो एग्रीकल्चर है. एग्रीकल्चर इज द रिस्कीएस्ट बिजनेस. मैं कहता हूं एग्रीकल्चर इज द रिस्कीएस्ट बिजनेस. एग्रीकल्चर, those who are cultivators, I say it is the riskiest business. The riskiest business. सबसे ज्यादा रिस्क है इसमें. कैसे? हाउ? You start from your sowing. ठीक है? There is a probability. This is based on probability that the input that goes in. Number one, Indian agriculture is monsoon dependent. ये लो, finish हो गया मेरा पहले स्टेटमेंट से. I think you can. It proves that agriculture and Indian monsoon is highly unpredictable. Indian monsoon क्या? मानसून ही है ना? Highly unpredictable. Not only monsoon, there are various types of losses. Various types of losses. These are during harvest, pre-harvest. There can be pre-harvest losses. Pre-harvest losses. That is your crop failure. Crop failure can be because of many of the reasons, diseases, special diseases, and all that. There is chance of post-harvest losses. Cyclone and all that, theft, cyclone, rain, untimely rain, there can be post-harvest losses. There is a market risk. Once you produce it, even if there is no post-harvest loss, there is market risk. बेचोगे कहां? बेचता है बोलो एमएसपी है सर. आपको पता होगा मिनिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस आपने सुना होगा. अरे मिनिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस से 6 से 8% फार्मर को फायदा होता है. बाकी फार्मर्स कहां जाएंगे? Only 6 to 8% farmers get benefit out of your MSP. तो ये भाषणबाजी है, कुछ नहीं है. Will know the truth. देखो सच्चाई तो आप जान के रहोगे. ठीक है? सुनोगे तो. आओ. There is market risk. What else? What else? और कोई रिस्क है तो भी ले आओ. फाइनेंशियल रिस्क, क्रेडिट रिस्क. सबसे हाईएस्ट इंटरेस्ट, highest rate of return is for those who are lending it to the farmers, money lenders, right? The interest rate goes up to 45%. 45% तो इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर्स कमाता है. वो भी नहीं कमाता, वो भी गारंटी के साथ नहीं कमा सकता. बट इफ यू lend it to the farmers, so farmer credit risk is there. There are a lot of risk. ये सारी रिस्क याद रखना, बिकॉज एक हमारा टॉपिक आएगा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग. क्या आएगा? कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग. कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग मीन्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग डज व्हाट? एक्चुअली इट क्लेम्स, द क्लेम ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग इज दैट these risks are significantly transferred to the private company. That is your contract farming. कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग देखेंगे, यही कुछ रिस्क मैं लिखूंगा और फिर कह दूंगा कि जब रिस्क इनको ट्रांसफर हो जाए फार्मर को ज्यादा फायदा होगा. तो why not contract farming in India? But there is a problem. Another unique thing about agriculture that you need to know. अच्छा, मैं ये नहीं बताऊंगा कि कॉटन में इंडिया इतना नंबर पे है, फूड ग्रेन प्रोडक्शन इज दिस, राइस में प्रोडक्शन में इतना नंबर पे है. ये हमारा काम नहीं है. इंडिया ईयरबुक पढ़ो. ठीक है? आओ. कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग इज डन. Technology resistance. Farming as technology resistance. Technology resistance means new technology or science-based products, science-based seeds, whatever inputs are there. These cannot be introduced in agriculture easily. There is a huge technological resistance. This resistance This resistance, many times it may come from farmer, but this resistance is by those who claim to be the guardians of the farmer, the gatekeepers for the farming community. GM crops is one issue. GM, genetically modified crop. GM crop is use of science and technology in agriculture. This GM crop claims to increase the productivity. See, I'm not pro GM or against GM. I'm ideologically neutral. Okay? But what I'm saying that if GM crop, let's say there is some truth in it. Let's say productivity increases. But who is stopping GM crop to be introduced in the farms? Some small cottage industry of social activists. Maybe rightly, maybe wrongly, that is one thing. But agriculture has to suffer. So it's very difficult to bring in technology to agriculture. And even if it is introduced, farmers take time to. Farmers, they are resistant. So they are fearful of, let's say, a significant change. So it's very difficult for farmers to accept new technology right away. It takes time. Even tractors. When these tractors were introduced, it's like, okay, machines are not good. And then it took years and years for farmers to accept these tractors technology, then seeds, then fertilizers, pesticides. There's a technology resistance. Come to the structural problem in India. Come to the Constitution of India. Constitution of India. Indian Constitution puts agriculture into agriculture state subject है sir. क्या है? Agriculture is a state subject. Indian Constitution has 3 lists: union list, concurrent list, and state list. Whatever is written in state list is the exclusive area of the state. Center चाहे तो support कर सकता है, state चाहे तो support को accept कर सकता है, reject भी कर सकता है. So in India, agriculture is controlled by the state. It is the duty of the state. Regulation of the agriculture is done by the state. That is why in India, one state production cannot go to other states until and unless that state government provides for the movement. Okay? So agricultural produce has to be sold in that state only. The movement from one state to other state requires the permission of that state, and to restrict the regulation, to regulate the movement of agricultural produce, to regulate the movement of agri produce, there is a law. इंडिया में कानून है. उस कानून का नाम क्या है? APMC, एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोड्यूस एंड मार्केटिंग कमिटीज. क्या नाम है उस कानून का? एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोड्यूस एंड मार्केटिंग कमिटीज, APMCs. ये जो एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोड्यूस एंड मार्केटिंग कमिटीज है, इनका मंडीज होता है. मंडी इज अ मार्केट यार्ड. इन ईच स्टेट देयर इज अ APMC एक्ट that restrict the movement of agri produce from one state to other state. याद रहेगा. The law is APMC law because agriculture is a state subject. This is the structural problem. That is why in Delhi, if agricultural produce reaches Delhi, it means it requires permission of, let's say if it is coming from Rajasthan, so Rajasthan government would allow it to go to Delhi, then only it would be sent. Farmer has to sell his or her produce to the APMC mandis. Each state has district mandis. By district APMC mandis hai. District APMC mandis hai. Not only district, India has around 6,000 APMC mandis. Out of these 6,000, 585 district mandis are there. 585 district mandis are there in India. And I say around 6,000 mandis hai. Low. फार्मर को तो फ्रीडम ही नहीं है कि वो जाके कहीं बेच दे. राजस्थान का फार्मर अगर डिसाइड करे कि मैं दिल्ली आके बेचूंगा सामान, नो, ही कैन नॉट डू इट. फार्मर रिक्वायर्स परमिशन फ्रॉम द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, एंड स्टेट गवर्नमेंट परमिशन आपको पता है कैसे देती होगी. दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चरल प्रॉब्लम. हम देखेंगे एपीएमसी एक्ट भी थोड़ा डिस्कस करेंगे. तो फार्मर्स कम्युनिटी का भला इनको करना है, तो सब्सिडी देने से नहीं. अगर ये लोग एपीएमसी रिफॉर्म कर दे तो, एंड फॉर दैट गवर्नमेंट हैज लॉन्च्ड ई-नाम, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक नेशनल एग्रीकल्चर मार्केट, वो भी हम डिस्कस करेगा इसमें. फार्मर्स की रिस्क को कम करने के लिए नॉट ओनली कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग, एग्रीकल्चरल इंश्योरेंस स्कीम इज देयर, दैट इज ऑल्सो डिस्कस्ड इन दिस लेक्चर सीरीज. सो ओवरऑल जहां प्रॉब्लम है वहां सॉल्यूशन जो दिया गया उस सॉल्यूशन का हमने डिस्कशन इस चैप्टर में, इस सीरीज में किया है. तो आप चिंता मत करो, आप तो सिर्फ बैठो, वीडियो देखो, सांस लो, मस्त रहो. सब कुछ कवर्ड है, सब कुछ कवर्ड है. पूछेगा कहां से यूपीएससी? यूपीएससी का तो लिमिट है ना भाई. यूपीएससी हमारी तो रात रात थोड़ी जगेगा आपके लिए. यूपीएससी दिन में काम करता है. वी वर्क डे एंड नाइट फॉर यू. सुपर प्रॉप्स और हम टीचिंग कम्युनिटी और आप हमारी कम्युनिटी का पार्ट, सब क्लियर कर देगा, ऐसे लिखवा देगा. ये सब इतना नॉलेज आ जाएगा तो ऐसे लिख देगा एग्रीकल्चर के ऊपर. अब आप गाय के ऊपर ही नहीं, एग्रीकल्चर पे भी ऐसे लिख सकेगा. राइट? तो ऑल दीज थिंग्स वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस. अभी यहां तक तो समझ में आया ना, एग्रीकल्चर जो है टेक्नोलॉजी रेजिस्टेंट है. एग्रीकल्चर जो है इट फेसेस अ लॉट ऑफ रिस्क्स, एंड दीज रिस्क वेरी फ्रॉम नेचुरल रिस्क, जो नेचर से रिस्क आती है, उससे लेके मार्केट रिस्क. दीज रिस्क आर देयर. देन योर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हैज अ प्रोविजन कि एग्रीकल्चर वुड बी स्टेट सब्जेक्ट. बस खत्म हो गया. उसके बाद स्टेट को कुछ भी मिल गया तो उसका स्टेट बर्बाद करके रखेगा. स्टेट हैज लैंड, पुलिस, एग्रीकल्चर, ये स्टेट का सब्जेक्ट है. देख लो इनका हालत, पुलिस का क्या हालत रहता है. तो स्टेट को जो सब्जेक्ट मिल गया उसका स्टेट ने बर्बाद कर ही दिया. तो एग्रीकल्चर इज ऑल्सो इन दी स्टेट सब्जेक्ट, बट सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट बहुत प्रमोट करती है. There are various schemes related to agriculture. These are there in India Yearbook. At the end of this course, I will make some important videos on the programs which are related to individual sectors, if I feel it is important for the exam. Otherwise, programs and policies में ज्यादा ध्यान देने का जरूरत, each and every program में ध्यान देने की जरूरत नहीं है, because there are more than 900 programs of the government. उनमें से जो इंपॉर्टेंट है दैट वुड बी अपलोडेड, उसका भी चिंता न करें. राइट? सो द एजेंडा इज इन एग्रीकल्चर वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट लैंड रिफॉर्म्स, ग्रीन रिवोल्यूशन. In agriculture, we are going to talk about insurances, we are going to talk about food management, we are going to talk about APMC, contract farming, e-NAM, all these things are the agenda of agriculture. This includes your food security. Right? Welcome again. अगर एनर्जी कम हो गया तो बॉर्नविटा पियो, वापस रेडी हो जाओ. सिलेक्शन करवाना है इस बार, ठीक है? आप सेलेक्ट होंगे तो हमें भी खुशी होगी. Thank you so much.